Well, already getting told by butthurt IU fans on Twitter that apparently Archie shouldn't have gotten a tech, and I am just not seeing through bias when the foul that he was complaining about, Aaron Wheeler got smacked on the face while he was going up for a dunk. That's obviously a foul. If you get smacked in the face while going up for any type of shot, that's a foul no matter what league you're playing in. Rec league, middle school, high school, college, pros, it doesn't matter. That's a foul. And he starts screaming at the refs, saying that that's BS 100 different times, running up and down the court telling them 100 different times. That's going to get a technical. I don't see how that's not going to warrant a technical. Are you smoking crack? I would like to know the amount of crack that you're smoking if you think yelling at a ref for minutes on end is not going to get you a technical. You're smoking a lot of crack. You're smoking Hunter Biden levels of crack on that one. Now then, getting on to the rest of the game, moving on from that technical, I know IU fans are going to complain about the refs, even though the free throw differential wasn't that bad, the foul differential wasn't that bad, and we got called for fouls when we touched their fingers while they were going up for a layup. And then IU fans will call for refs to be consistent, but then they'll tell them that they shouldn't call certain things because of the circumstances. You can't tell refs to be consistent and then tell them to call differently based on the situation. You either have consistency or you don't have consistency. You have to decide which on that one. Special. And then also, the whole let your players beat us, not the refs. Our players did beat you. Considering Zach Edey and Jaden Ivey just owned your whole team, I'm pretty sure we beat you. Because they didn't own it from foul shots. That's for certain. They did not own it from foul shots. I think our players beat you pretty well. Not the refs. You're smoking crack. It's pretty obvious. I get it's a big rivalry, but you can't tell me to see through my bias and then not see through your own bias. That's called contradiction. That's the word of the day, IU fans. Contradiction. It's where you say something, but then the next sentence or a few sentences down the line, you say something that completely goes against what you originally said. Contradiction. I'm not going to actually have the word right there because I'm too lazy to edit this. But, once again, we win. It is what it is. Woo. It's kind of hard to enjoy it while have I gotten any? Yes, 2 replies that I see right there from IU fans. Gonna go respond to them after this video. Don't know why I put the glasses on after that. But IU fans that are gonna come and complain about refs, I don't care. Because guess what? Purdue has gotten some of the worst treatment from refs this whole season. It just what incentive do the refs have here to call it against Purdue? I mean, let's use our brain for a second here. Archie Miller has screamed at them and complained to them many, many times throughout the game. Many, many, many times. Matt Painter has barely said anything to the refs, even when there have been questionable calls. Dang. It's almost like when you're mistreated for many hours on end, you might just not like that person. Dang. Who would have knew that one? Who would have knew that one? I mean, it's definitely not that they're rigging it, because IU has way more marketability, a way more recognizable brand. Those are the same thing. They have way more marketable players. That still falls under marketability. They have way better recruits than Purdue. Like, why would they rig it for us when IU brings in way more money than Purdue? And when I talk about, how IU has a marketable brand and stuff, I'm just kind of repeating what I've heard from IU fans for so long. That, we're Indiana. It's in the name. It's Indiana. Purdue, you wouldn't even know it's in Indiana because it's Purdue. Like, I have literally heard that argument from someone that is an IU fan. That they like IU because Indiana is in the name. Again, that plays into the whole, it's Indiana. It's gonna be more marketable. I mean, I know that. Purdue fans know that. I mean, we're definitely not a marketable team. We're scrappy. We play tough defense. We don't always make our threes. Don't always make our twos. I mean, really, the only thing consistent on us is our defense. And that's not very easily marketed. Whereas IU, they have Trace Jackson Davis, who scores a bunch, rebounds a bunch, way more marketable. They have a 5-star recruit. I know that from this recruiting class. He's probably going to get marketed too. So it's like, you can't tell me that I can't criticize my team when I'm actively saying that we are inconsistent. And Trevion Williams should have played better. That one too. So here, let me move into the part where I start criticizing Purdue. Partly because, one, they need to be criticized even when they win, and two, so that I can actually show IU fans that I'm actually capable of criticizing my team, believe it or not. Trevion Williams should have had like 20 and 10. Not one of his strongest showings. Wish he played better. We're lucky that Zach Edey can make... Let me try to speak. We're lucky that Zach Edey could make up for his production today. We're very lucky. But you should have played better. Stefanovic, you need to make more threes. I mean, you're kind of our only guy that is supposed to consistently make threes, and you haven't been consistently making threes. You've been very on and off. You need to be a bit more consistent. I would say something about Isaiah Thompson. He's been way, way, way inconsistent. One night he'll score 10, the next night he'll score 0. He's decent on defense. He puts some pressure on, but I get he's a freshman or a sophomore, but he needs to play better with the amount of minutes that he's getting. Painter, I do kind of wish that you might talk to the refs a little. You kind of get fired up, You don't gotta stand like a statue on the sidelines and only get fired up when an absolutely horrendous call happens. Be a bit like Archie when he gets fired up. Just don't yell at a ref for 3 minutes straight and then expect to not get a tech. Let's see here. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's really all of the criticism that should be dished out. I mean, I do want Jaden Ivey to develop more of a jump shot, because if he keeps on playing and only depending on his athleticism, his shelf life in college basketball and the pros will be short. He needs to develop a three-point shot or a jump shot of some type. He's got a bit of one right now, but it's very inconsistent. He needs to find consistency in that if he wants to have a long career in professional basketball. So, yeah, that's it. I'm glad we won. I'm really freaking happy we won. But I can't really show it because apparently we shouldn't have won. Because the one technical. Yeah. I will see you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and tomorrow Cassius Stanley plays in the dunk contest. Can't wait to actually watch that. And I ordered my Karis LeVert jersey today. It should come in a few days. See you guys next time.
Love on each other, as in, tell each other they love. I don't know, who the person is. So, the fuck you doing? Dumbass!